Hey, what's up guys, it's Apollo Uchiha here, back with a new video. This is going to be a movie and it's going to be an unscripted movie as well. And yeah guys, I'm feeling a lot better, but as you can guess from my voice, I still have a flu because of the cold here. Yeah, stay safe guys because it's hella cold out there. And yeah, other than that, it's an unscripted movie as I said before, and it got nothing to do with Halo. I just like Chief Master's armor, and that is why I'm giving that to Naruto in this one, alongside some cool abilities. And yeah, if you haven't, please leave a like and subscribe to my channel if you like the content of this channel. And without further ado, let's begin our story. Our story begins at October 11. It was a peaceful night as 4th Hokage Minato Namikaze and his wife Kushina Uzumaki had just become parents of two beautiful children, twin boys, Menma Uzumaki Namikaze and Naruto Uzumaki Namikaze, Menma being the older one, while Naruto being the younger one. Naruto had blonde hair while Menma had red, but other than that, they look similar, as they were carbon copies of each other and their father, with their mother personality of course. And before they could enjoy a family moment, it was interrupted by clapping sound, as suddenly the nurse's aunt, Lady Biwako, fell, the third Hokage's wife, on the floor. Well, 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 what a beautiful family you have there, 4th Hokage. Who are you? Minato said, getting into a fighting stance, as Kushina was defensive on the labor bed, defending her babies as best as she could. But still, she was weak, and the seal was weak as well. I am here for the QB. Give me the Jinchuriki and I'll let you leave along with your children. And what if I won't? Then this will happen. As in a blur that shocked Minato, he got near Kushina and grabbed Menma, and he vanished again and arrived at a safe distance. Now, Minato, what are you going to do? Let your son die? Or give me the Jinchuriki? Said the masked man, pointing a kunai at the child's neck. Wait! Minato, please save our child. Please. Fine. Just don't hurt my child. Give it back. Said Kushina. No, Kushi-chan, please. It is the only way. I'll go with you. Just give Menma back. Huh, what a nice name. What did you name the other? Naruto? How do you know? Minato asked, narrowed. What a dumb bakas. You named your kid after ramen toppings? What stupid logic is this? You don't know meaning behind them. I really don't. They are just food toppings, that's all. Now, enough of the joking and pitter-patter. Give me the Jinchuriki. As Kushina walked over, stumbling a little bit towards the masked man. Here, catch your baby. What? Both of the parents' eyes widened as the masked man threw the baby outside of the window. As in one hand, Minato grabbed Naruto and yellow flashed outside the cave to save the baby. As Minato saved the baby boy, he saw that there were explosive tags underneath his cover. As he put the cover to the side and quickly waited with both babies, keeping them safe. He sighed a relief sigh before he yellow flashed into a safe position and put the babies there with a shadow clone before he sunshine back to save his wife. But it was already too late. He could feel already the menace chakra erupting from the ground. Oh no. Damn it, I'm too late. He yellow flashed towards the Hokage monument at top of his head as he saw a giant chakra mass erupt and form a shape of a nine-tailed fox. It was the Kyuubi no Kitsune, the strongest Biju ever known to mankind in all elemental nations. As suddenly the alarms rang on in the village, the civilians were brought to shelters alongside Genin, and the Chunins, Jonins, and Anbus were brought to the village front lines to defend alongside the clans that were in the village. Many fought well and many fell in the battle, but many saw didn't go unnoticed was the Sharingan three domos in Kyuubi's eyes. Some phased, but some let it go for a bit and continued fighting. But most of all were shocked were none other than Uchihas themselves, mainly Fugaku, because he knew, and he was terrified deep down because he knew only one person has strong enough Sharingan to control a Biju, and he was Madara himself. Timeskip, we see the masked man and Minato fighting as the masked man vanished suddenly into thin air as Minato rushed Kushina towards his children and laid her to the bed as he took Menma and arrived at an open field to seal the Kyuubi inside of him. As Kushina arrived there stumbling. "Wait, Minato!" "What? Kushina, what are you doing here? You left Naruto all alone?" "No, your clone is still there. I told him to not poof out once you left." I see. But what are you doing here? You still need to recover." "Don't use the Hakai Fuyin. Use this seal instead. It will not summon any entity but work similar to that of summoning a Shinigami." "I see. Are you sure this will work?" "Yes. But we have to distribute the chakra and separate the soul and seal it inside of me. Again, a little bit of chakra as well for me to recover fully." "I see. I hope this works, Kushi-chan." "It will, Minakun. It will." As Minato did the hand seals alongside Kushina, as suddenly the Kyuubi was dragged inside Kushina, and then after the Kyuubi was absorbed fully in Kushina, a seal array formed on her stomach, and there was a chakra channeling to the tube-like form towards a baby seal, as the 95% of chakra was absorbed in Menma's body. As both husband and wife sighed in relief as Anbus and third Hokage arrived there. Both were battle-beaten and bruised badly. "Minato, I guess you've taken care of the Kyuubi, and it seems you didn't have to use Hakai Fuyin after all," he said with a smile. "I'm sorry, Hiruzen, but Pako-sama, It's okay, Minato. She didn't know." "It's okay," Hiruzen said with a sad smile on his face, as a single lone tear fell down from his eyes. A moment of silence for the third Hokage's wife was given as a respect from Anbus as well. After that, Hiruzen then said, opening his eyes, "So, you made your kid a Jinchuriki?" "Well, we had twins, and suddenly a masked man appeared. He had a Sharingan in his eye. He claimed to be..." Before he could speak, Fugaku spoke, "Madara Uchiha," as everyone gasped, as Hiruzen turned his head towards Fugaku. "How can you be so sure, Fugaku?" "In all my life, I've been taught there have been only one person in Uchiha's history who can be strong enough to wield such a power and Sharingan to control the mightiest Biju, and that was none other than Madara Uchiha. It has to be him, or someone who has gained his Sharingan." As everyone was now terrified, a person with Sharingan of Madara or Madara himself, meaning Konoha or Hell, even elemental nations were in danger now. They needed to do something, and fast. Time skip at the council meeting. After Minato dealt with the council, as usual, telling them to fuck off if they ever try to harm his family, they will be dead before they could think twice and say sorry. Other than that, Menma was announced as Jinchuriki to all civilians and seen as a hero. But both parents saw that if they let it get to their kid's head, he will become a spoiled brat, and they didn't want that to happen. They were still Minato and Kushina from canon. So yeah. So we're going to have a time skip. 5 years later. Both 5-year-olds were playing together, as any siblings would. They would squabble, fight, other than that, make up and play. That's what their life was now, as the Uzumaki Namikaze family was happy now. Until one fateful night when Minato was at Hokage office and Kushina was on a girls' night out, hoping that her children fell asleep, but no. Menma's idea was that they would read a book on shinobis. mainly Hashirama Senju and Madara Uchiha's battle at the Valley of the End, which was written in a book of history that their father kept in his study. Nay, Manmani, do you think mommy will get mad at us if she finds out? Come on, Naru. There is no way in hell she's going to find out. I mean, she's obviously outside, and there's no way she's going to come home. I've been up before at night. Don't you think we'll get into trouble? No, stop being a scaredy cat. I'm not. You are. I'm not. You are. Scaredy cat. I'm not. Fine. Here, let's read this. As they continued to read the battle, they knew shadows moving behind them. As when they read the conclusion, Menma was about to put the book back once Naruto saw what was going on. Manmani, move! As Naruto did so by jumping and pushing Menma away from explosive tags, as explosive tags hit his body and exploded, causing an alarm to set off in the house security seals as Minato flashed there and warned Kushina as well. As Anbuz and Kushina and Minato arrived there alongside Hiruzen, as they saw Menma crying and Naruto there in a gruesome form, as the both parents were terrified and at the sight of their child, as Kushina fell to her knees and covered her mouth with both hands as tears started to well up. Minato steeled himself and brought his child to the hospital, and to no normal hospital, to Anbu Hospital. As he arrived there and informed doctor, he arrived back at the house with a yellow flash. As he kneeled down and put both hands on his crying son, Menma, please tell me what happened. We, calm down, son, please. One by one, explain everything what happened. We were reading in your study, Dad, the story about Hashirama Senju and Madara Uchiha battle at Valley of the End. And once we finished, we were about to go to sleep, and I tried to put the book back, and then suddenly I heard Naruto scream for me to dodge, and he jumped and pushed me away from the bookshelf, and suddenly he exploded. As an dog-masked Anbu with silver hair came forward with a burnt note. Sensei, explosive tags. From the looks of it, it's either Eva or Kumo. Both of them. I don't know. But it could be either one of them. They will pay dearly for this, Minato said with his blue, cold eyes. But unknown to them, Menma heard this. His eyes turned to slits before he turned back, before he fainted. As Minato rushed towards Menma. Menma! Kakashi, take him to hospital, please. I'll be going to check on Naruto. Kushina, come with me. As Kushina got up, wiped her tears, and went with her husband. As they arrived at Naruto's hospital, after 3 hours of complicated surgeries, the doctors came out. Well, what is the news, doctor? Asked Minato frantically. Well, Okage-sama, we couldn't fix the injuries, so we have to cut off his arms and legs. All of his limbs were damaged beyond repair, and his Uzumaki abilities weren't even helping him. I don't think that he can be even a normal civilian anymore, much less a ninja. What? You mean my son is a cripple now? And it's my fault? Minato thought to himself the last part, as his eyes were widened, as Kushina was now on the floor, weeping. It's my fault, I shouldn't have left them alone at night. No, it's not. We didn't knew this was going to happen, Minato said, reassuring his wife. Is there anything you can do? Anything? We can ask for help. A help from someone you don't like. A help from the traitor. As Minato's eyes widened and then narrowed. Are you suggesting I asked for help for him? Yes. Hokage-sama, the surgeon said, now swearing. It is the only logical explanation here. He has done humanoid experimentation and succeeded, even if they were inhumane. And looking at your son's condition, he might be able to come up with some things. And what do you think? I'll just go there and he will do whatever I say? He's our traitor. Traitor to our nation. Traitor to the whole fire country. I can't just go there and ask, "Hey Orochimaru, can you fix my son?" Damn it, there has to be some other way. Maybe Tsunade-sama can help. That is a big if. And only an if. We need his help. You can try and call her back. Can Naruto survive? Kushina asked. Yes, he's safe. But when he wakes up, he's going to be terrified. He won't be able to move like a normal kid anymore. He won't be able to play. He won't be able to become a ninja. He won't be able to become a normal, regular job civilian anymore. He will be dependent on you for life. Hokage-sama. That is why I ask you to please ask help from Orochimaru. And it is a small price to pay, even if he asks for something ridiculous. You can just plan with council chambers and give him something fake. That might work. But first we have to check out with Tsunade-sama. I'll contact Jiraiya Sensei and ask him to contact Tsunade-sama and bring her back to the village, please. It's an emergency. As he summoned the toad and asked him to contact Jiraiya and inform him and the slugs of this emergency, and lo and behold, the next day both Sanins were at Konoha's gates and rushing towards the Konoha Anbu hospital. As they arrived, they saw Minato and Kushina there. Kushina was crying still. Her eyes were red as Minato was standing there looking into his son's room with tears falling down his eyes. Silently. Minato, Kushina, Jiraiya said, "What happened to Naruto?" "You can go look, Sensei." "You too, Tsunade-sama." As both Sanins opened the door and gulped. As they entered, their eyes widened and then shut as they turned their faces. It was a gruesome sight to see a 5-year-old kid in this state. Who was it? We think it was either Eva or Kumo. Damn it! They can't let go of their past hatred, and yet they target their children of their enemies. Some ninjas they are. Much about loyal and honor and dignity. Bullshit, Jiraiya said. As Tsunade was shaking, and then she saw her brother Nawaki's face in Naruto, looking at her, asking for help. Tsunade steeled her nerves and said, "I'll look into the Senju library. If something comes up, I'll inform you. Give me 24 hours. As she left with a new resolve in her eyes. After 24 hours, Tsunade did her research and came. "I have come up with a solution to build tissues and bones, but there are no outer skin and no chakra pathways to build. They have been destroyed." "You mean my son cannot be normal again?" "There is a way, but it involves a lot of technology, and for that we have to ask his help." Tsunade said, his with a lot of venom in her voice. "I guess there is no other way," Hiruzen said, as they were present in the council chambers, alone. "I guess we have to ask his help then." As time skip, 1 week later, after Jiraiya tracked down Orochimaru and made him agree to meet with Konoha's previous Hokage and the current Hokage, and they are going to make a deal. As Snake Sanin appeared there, as what he saw was his previous sensei, teammates, and the one who took the fourth Hokage seat from him. "Ah, it's been a long time, Sensei, Orochimaru. I am here to give you another chance." You give me another chance? Wait, did I wake up on the wrong side of the bed today? "Tell me, what do you want, Sensei?" and cut the bullshit. I know you're not here to give me the second chance. You want something from me. And what is it? Not like you're going to give it to a snake face. No shit, toad ass. I'm going to see what you're up to and what do you want from me. If it piques my interest, then I'll help. If not, then I'm on my way. Now, as Tsunade began to explain Naruto's condition and how she came up with a solution, and she needs his help and his technological brain to help in creating Naruto's new chakra pathways. I see. An interesting experiment indeed. Minato narrowed his eyes. It's not your experiment. He's my goddamn son. Tell us, will you help us or not? Fine, Minato. Why not? But I have a condition. What? That child must be my godson. He must be under my care. I will return to Konoha and become its loyal Sanin. And, other than that, I will not do any human experimentations anymore. If my experiment on Naruto works, I will find my answer for what I was searching for all over those years. The Sanin said with a smirk, as Minato gritted his teeth alongside Jiraiya. Fine, Hiruzen said. What? Sensei, you can't be serious, Jiraiya said. Minato, your son's life is on the line. His future is on the line. Think straight. He gets what he wants, we get what we want, and we gain another ally. An ally we lost. It's not that bad. And plus, his charges will be dropped, and he will be loyal. He said so himself. Can we take your word on it, Orochimaru? You have my word for it, Sensei. And what if you go back on your word? Jiraiya asked. Here, take my sword, Kusanagi. Is that enough of an evidence? As Jiraiya's eyes widened. Then he picked up the sword and sealed it inside a scroll and handed it to his sensei. Deal. Once I've seen enough that you're loyal to Konoha, I'll give this back to you. Deal? Deal, sensei. Deal it is. And time skip, back at Konoha. What? You can't be serious, Minato. Yes, Kushina, it was agreed upon, and you were not feeling well. So that is why I didn't inform you at the time, but it is the only way. And plus, he agreed to become a good guy and on our side now. Think about all the possibilities. We'll be getting a new ally, and our son might have a chance in future. He might be a civilian, if not a ninja at least. He can have a normal life. I guess he can. And after a lot of convincing, Kushina calmed down and let Orochimaru do the experiment, as both Tsunade and Orochimaru was now seen in an operating room, a dark operating room, as that looked similar to that of Orochimaru's lab, in which Naruto was laying down in his battered body. Poor kid has to suffer a lot. How cruel must fate be to him. But don't worry, young Naruto. You will be the pinnacle of my experiments. You will be like my son that I never had. But I'll try to keep you sane, away from my madness. But that's not a promise. Who knows? Maybe in the future you might like the madness, he thought to himself before he began on experimenting. And after reviewing Naruto's body, he came up with a solution. Tsunade, we have to remove the tissues completely from legs and arms. What? Only half of his arms and legs are destroyed. And we can repair those limbs with your technology and my healing abilities. But why would you want to remove that? I will give him an nanotech armor that I have been working on, thanks to Fuinjutsu seal and a lot of chakra metal. And I think Naruto must be the first and only candidate, because that armor is one of a kind. It's made by the best forgers in our country and is strengthened by the best seal masters in the history. And you can say it's an kind of overpowerment, but it is what it is. The strongest armor out there, and Naruto's life support. He will be born to it forever. And don't worry, he can still reproduce and all, but he will be bonded with it forever. We must ask for his parents' consent first. There is not enough time. He will die because he is suffering still. No matter how much anesthetic you gave him, he is still feeling the pain. A lot of pain. And phantom pain as well. Damn it! Fine, Orochimaru, you win. Let's do this. As Orochimaru smirked, and after 48 hours of intense surgery, the operation was complete. As Orochimaru and Tsunade, who looked tired, walked out. As both of them sat down and drank some water. The surgery was successful. We have to remove his leg tissues and arm tissues completely and build new ones. I infused him with an armor for lifetime. It will be Naruto's support and he cannot be separated from it. Even from me. And he's pretty much immortal now. What? How can that be? Well, the armor keeps him alive and he cannot die. He's an immortal now. He cannot die no matter what. There is no blade strong enough in this world or universe, I think, to penetrate that armor. And plus, that armor has his own set of weapons inside of it. That's a little surprise for Naruto to find out when he reaches his age. And don't worry, the armor has seals on it. It will grow as Naruto's natural body will in the future. He still has his metabolism and all stuff, and reproductive organs. You don't have to worry about your son being not able to produce grandkids for you. Minato, Kushina. As both of them calmed down and said, "We don't care about that. Is our son okay?" Yes, he is completely fine. His vitals are normal, and he has successfully passed the procedure and became the first cyborg. Cyborg ninja. That's a nice story novel I can write after the tale of the Gutsy ninja, huh? I might give it a shot, said Jiraiya. As both Tsunade, Jiraiya chuckled at that, and Minato and Kushina smiled and shed happy tears. Welcome back, Orochimaru, said Hiruzen as he handed him a scroll and the headband. Don't you think it's still too early to give me the sword, Sensei? No, I think it is time to give you back. But don't go back on your deal, Sensei. I will still be teaching the boy. Yes, you will. Meanwhile, with Menma, he was informed of his brother and how he will be going under operation, and he was waiting frantically at home. As suddenly his parents arrived and hugged him. Mom, Dad, what happened to Naru? Is he okay? Calm down, Menma-kun. He's okay, Kushina said. Your brother is going to be fine. I see. My brother is back to normal, so we can play again. As Minato paused. No, Menma. You see, there were complications and Naruto, he changed a bit. What do you mean? You'll know once you've seen Menma. But please don't freak out, okay? We haven't seen him yet, so we are prepared for it. But you, please don't freak out. I guess I'll try. That's what we need you to do, baby. That's what all we need you to do. Time skip. 3 hours later, in an room of Anbu Hospital. Where am I? Naruto said as he opened his eyes. System booting, said a voice. Huh? Who said that? Power, max, infinite. Huh? What the hell is going on here? Weapons, infinite. All systems check. Ready for action and command. Giving manual control. Please, user, give in a name. Who are you? User, please give us a name. Naruto? Naruto, owner confirmed. Welcome to Master Chief's Pilot. This is your new body armor, which you have been infused to. And this is our intro, and goodbye, sayonara. As the voice shut off. Huh? That's it? Huh. Wait, what does it mean, suit? As Naruto got up and looked down, he was terrified. His whole body was turned into an metal junk. Ah! A large scream was heard all around Konoha as Anbus and Hokage rushed inside his room. What happened? Who is there? Asked an Anbu. As Kakashi calmed down. Calm down, Naruto. It's okay. What? What do you mean? Look at my body. What is this? Metal junk. It's not metal junk, said a voice, as the snake son walked in. That, my dear boy, is a metal suit. To be honest, it's an technological advancement and achievement, and you, my boy, are the first cyborg ninja ever created. What do you mean created? Well, you see, the noble attack from which you defended your brother, a noble indeed, I might add, left you, well, let's just say, amputated, and your chances to become a ninja, let's just say civilian, were less than 10%, and your parents asked me for help and I delivered it, and you, my boy, can now live a normal life. But how? My whole body is gone. They're going to hate me. My parents are going to... What are they going to think of me? Naruto said as tears started developing in his eyes. As three voices came in. No, we will never hate you, Naruto, said the three voices in unison. As Minato gestured with a sign for Anbus and the Sanin to leave, as he nodded to the Sanin, who left with a smile on his face. As Menma watched Naruto and saw that his little brother was scared, he steeled his resolve and hugged his brother. It's okay, Naru. We're here for you. No matter what, you're still my brother. Thanks, Menmani. Ka-chan. Do-chan. Am I still... Yes, Naruto, you're still a human. You're still our son. And believe me when I say this, we are the one who agreed to this. We wanted you to survive. I think I can live with this. If you can accept, then so can I, Naruto said as they had a family moment there. Time skip. 3 years later. It has been 3 years since Naruto had started his training under tutelage of Orochimaru, the Snake Sanin. And true to his word, Orochimaru never tried to corrupt Naruto or give him a curse seal, as Anko kept a close eye on him. And heck, Orochimaru even amended with Anko, but Anko was still wary because she still feared that her sensei will abandon her again, even if she forgave him and looked at him when he was training Naruto warily, because she feared that he might try to give Naruto the curse mark again, but he never tried in the 3 years. As Naruto was now panting, well, Naruto-kun, that is enough for today. Thanks, Orochi-sensei. I guess I'll go home now. Wait, don't you have something to say to Manda here? Sorry, Manda-sama. I forgot your sacrifices today. Beat it, Brad. I don't need those sacrifices from you. Anyway, now, you're like a godchild to me as well, as similar to Orochimaru. Go on, kid. Don't make me change my mind. Thank you, Manda-sama. See you later, Orochi-sensei, as Naruto ran away in his cyborg suit that he wore. That is an interesting kid you picked as your apprentice now, Orochimaru. Yes, it is indeed. And I don't know. Seeing him like this, it makes me want to create my own son. Please don't. Not yet, at least. You are afraid that he might turn out like me. Yeah, I don't want to deal with two Orochimarus now. Anyway, I'm out of here, Manda said, as he vanished in a puff of smoke. as Orochimaru shook his head and walked out of the forest as Anko vanished via sunshine. Back with Naruto. Naruto arrived at home. It was the last day of their summer vacation before they started school. They were already 8 years old. As Naruto arrived at home, Kachan, Menmani, I'm home. Okairi, both of them said as Naruto rushed inside. Naruto, wash your hands before you eat. Mother, my hands are made out of metal. You know I don't have to wash them. Young man, when I said something, you have to do it. Kushina said with a sweet smile. Hi, Kachan. Go Naruto now, or you get us both in trouble, Menma said in a whisper-like voice. Hi, I'm out of here. Naruto said as he rushed towards the bathroom and washed his hand and rushed back at the dining table as his father arrived. A little bit later, Tadaima, Okairi, said the three of them in unison as their father joined in at the dining table. So, how was it training with Orochimaru? Well, Orochi-sensei and Manda-sama were quite, well, antsy today and were bickering with each other, but other than that, I had a nice training and I got my own personal summon now. And this Aoba is not as strong as Manda-sama, but he's a giant snake too. Awesome! Naru, you got your own summon! Oh man, Dad, when can I get a toad summon? Later in the future, Menma. Oh, come on, Naruto already got one, why can't I? Menma, I told you that your father just said you will get your summon when the time comes. As for now, stay away from that pervert. Hi, Kachan. See, Menma, what your mother said. Follow that, okay? Minato said, still sweating. Hey, Kachan, Naruto said. What are we going to have for dinner tonight? Well, tonight we're going to have ramen. Oh, not again. Minato thought, as Naruto thought as well, while Menma and Kushina cheered and dug in. Why aren't you two eating? Well, Naruto and I guess we are full, right, Naruto? Minato said with a blink of an eye as Naruto picked it up. Oh yeah, we're full. I forgot Orochimaru-sensei brought some dumplings. Naruto said in a code word meaning, hey, Dad, do you want to get some dumplings? To Minato as Minato's eyes watered, and then he winked back at Naruto, secretly. Ah, you had dumplings, huh? I see. I wish I could have some. Oh well, I ate in some too at the Hokage Monument. Hey, wanna go and eat at the Hokage Monument? Yeah, that'll be awesome. Next time, let me join in, said Naruto. Sure, let's go. These were the code messages in the talks, okay? If you can figure it out, you can, and if you can't, just comment down below. I'll just reply there, if I can. Anyway, on to our story. As both father and son slipped away, leaving both mother and son to devour a huge bowl of ramen, as they were now sitting at Hokage Monument eating dumplings. Naruto, do you really want to become a ninja? Minato asked. Father, yeah, I want to become a ninja and make you proud. There are a lot of other ways you can make us proud, son. If you are trying to become a ninja just so you can impress us and make us proud, you don't have to. I know there have been a lot of complications in your life already, he said, gesturing towards his suit. Oh, you don't have to worry about that, Dad. I'm not as a kid as I was before, and it kind of grown on me now. I still don't know how it really works. The stupid manual thing, I guess it broke or something. It never turned on. But other than that, it is quite durable. And yeah, it's like now it's a part of my body. Heck, it is my body now. I'm comfortable with it, Dad. And I'm pretty damn sure that I can become one hell of a ninja. And I want to make a name for myself as well. And maybe become a Hokage in the future. Naruto said with a smile towards his father as his father smiled and ruffled his hair. You will become an amazing Hokage, son. I believe in you. But you got a competition with Menma. He's also aiming for the Hokage seat. Oh yeah, he's so on. And once he loses, I'm going to make him do all my paperwork. Yeah, not gonna happen, Naruto. What? Yeah, that is the bane of every Kage, and you have to deal with it yourself. Either you or Menma will have to, at least. Don't ask me how, but I have to deal with it. Still, it's quite hefty. And now I know why Hiruzen was so happy and pleased to give this hat to me. As in Saratobi manner, an old man suddenly hopped on his table and laughed maniacally. To-chan, what's going on? I don't know, I just feel like it. To hop on a table with one leg and laugh maniacally. So I'm doing that. Dad, just go to sleep. It's 2 a.m. in the morning. Yeah, sorry, son. Saratobi said with a cough in his hand and sit down normally, while giving an evil smirk. I don't know why, but I sure as hell enjoyed that moment. Thank you, Kami-sama, for this blessing. Saratobi thanked Kami as we go back to Minato and Naruto. Well, son, let's go back home, or your mother might as well not let us come home. As they arrived back home, well, let's just say red hot-blooded habanero was waiting for them at the gates. Next morning, it was the first day of Konoha's academy, as many of the clan's children were entering this year as well, alongside some civilian ones. And Namikaze Uzumaki siblings were also entering as well this year. As they entered the class, a man with scar on his nose entered, with a man wearing bandana on his hair. Hello class, my name is Ruka Umino and this is Mizuki, your assistant sensei, and I am your class in charge and sensei. So, why don't we begin from introductions, as one by one they began to introduce themselves until it came Menma's turn. Now you please, the red-haired one, introduce yourself. My name is Menma Uzumaki Namikaze, and I like ramen, my family, and training, and my future goal is to become Hokage. And thank you. Sit down, as everyone was now whispering to each other. As Iruka was shocked at this, he didn't knew about that because he forgot to carry list today. As it came Naruto's turn, as Menma jabbed a knee into his ribs to wake him up, as Naruto woke up with a jolt and said present, as the whole class laughed. We are still on the introductions, now please, Iruka said, causing the whole class to calm down. Oh yeah, sorry about that, sensei. My name is Naruto Uzumaki Namikaze. I'm the younger brother and my likes are my family and training and my sensei. Naruto, a girl with blonde hair, asked, getting her hand up. Yes? Sorry, I didn't get your name. Ino Yamanaka. What is with your outfit? What are you wearing? Oh, this is a technological suit that I wear permanently. Well, it's kind of my, you can say, life support, and I cannot live without it since I lost both of my arms and legs. So yeah, it's now a part of my body, or you can say my body now. Huh? Cool, she said, as Naruto blushed. You think? Yeah, that's quite cool. Yeah, that's awesome, said a boy with red markings, as the dog yipped in agreement on his head. Whoa, an Inuzuka. Wow, I never seen an hound so close before, Naruto said. Said another cough from Iruka as it calmed down the children who were talking to themselves. I believe now that we have our introductions, we will get to know each other in the break. But now we have to study, as time skipped to afternoon. As the children got to know each other and Naruto started to develop some crush towards Ino, and same could be said for Ino, because she thought Naruto was cool, strong, and Prince Charming in a shining armor. What else she needed? He had blonde hair, blue eyes, And son of the hot-blooded habanero and the yellow flash of Konoha, hmm, he was fated to become a strong shinobi. On the other hand, Hinata had developed a crush on Menma, and Menma, well, he too had a crush, but more than an obsession with Hinata because whenever he got near Hinata, he would pass out, leaving Hinata behind to pass out on him. It was a weird couple moment, but yeah, it is what happened. Deal with it. And as time went by, Naruto and Menma became quite rivals in the class as well, but they never let their rivalry hurt their bond as brothers. And yeah, it was always a competition between them, but not to the level that they will go at each other's throats. Heck, they were brothers. That would never happen, right? Yes, it will never happen. For an Uzumaki, family always comes first. And as for Sasuke, well, he wasn't as emo as in canon, so yeah, he too come to respect Menma and Naruto because of their skills and started to train with them, which Fugaku agreed fully because he, after confessing that it might be Madara Uchiha or someone possessing Madara Uchiha Sharingan at the Kyuubi's attack, well, let's just say it was safe to say that the whole Uchiha clan was put out of suspicions that it was them who were involved because they were shocked as well at the sight. And their men were killed and they were fighting alongside their comrades to defend their village, meaning their image was cleared, and hence Uchihas were given the proper respect as any clan should. So, that is why Sasuke was not emo and Itachi was still there. As for Orochimaru, we go to him as he was standing inside a council chamber with none other than Jiraiya, Sarutobi, and Minato himself. Are you sure about this, Orochimaru? Yes. I was in that organization for 1 year as a trial period. After that, they gave me a ring and said if I wanted to become a permanent member, I will just have to give them a call. And I think their main reason is to capture the Bijus, all 9 of them. I don't know why, but I have read that a chakra tree might grow after the Ten-Tail is revived, after gathering 9 Bijus with the help of a Rinnegan user. From what I have intel on from my own sources, the leader of the Akatsuki group has Rinnegan, as all of their eyes widened, then narrowed. Damn it. So you think that his plan is, yes, world domination. And you are willing to go there as our spy. Yes, Sensei. How can we be sure that you won't betray us again, Orochimaru? Don't get me wrong, I am pretty happy that you have been here for past 5 years and been a loyal ninja to the village and comrade to us, but what happened when you go to the dark path again? It will never happen, my stinky toady friend, because I will never go back on my word. That is my new ninja way. And guess what? I learned that from my apprentice and kind of developed it into my own way. Here, as a safekeep, you can keep my sword and summoning contract here. Is that enough? More than enough, Orochimaru. You didn't have to do this, but as Jiraiya was saying, it is quite difficult, but we'll keep it here. Meanwhile, you can take this. Flying Raijin. The second Hokage's sword. When was it retrieved? I retrieved it 1 month ago, myself. Jiraiya said. I see. Why are you giving me this powerful weapon then? It is powerful, but not powerful at the hands of any other person than Tobirama Senju. So yeah, it will be your weapon for the meanwhile. I see. Well, I'll keep you up to date. It's time for me to leave. And yeah, don't tell Naruto that I am joining the Akatsuki. Just tell him I'm on a long-term mission. That's all. When the right time comes, I'll tell him myself. Jane, Orochimaru said as he vanished in a sunshine. As all three of them sighed. Do you think we were just exaggerating? Jiraiya asked. Yeah, we are not sure. We might be. Asunade. It is Orochimaru. We have to be wary of him. Said Minato. Well, I believe in him. This time I'm sure he will come back. On the other side, as Orochimaru reached far away from Land of Fire in the Land of Rice, he activated the ring and formed some seals as a hologram appeared. As a figure with black robes and red clouds, with purple eyes and orange hair, called Orochimaru. It seems you have finally made your decision. So, what can we do for you? We known that you have been in Konoha for past 3 years, but why now? Well, they wanted me to experiment on a boy, and after it was done, they redeemed me, but after some time they put my previous charges on me back again, and I escaped. I am not going to fall for this bullshit again. I want my redemption. I want my revenge, Orochimaru said. You're in. We will send you the coordinates, Orochimaru, in 1 day. Our scout will pick you up. You will rest here until then. As the hologram vanished. Well, the first step of the plan is complete. Now I hope Sensei and Minato can take care of the rest. I believe in you, Naruto-kun. If anyone can stop them, it is you. I trust in you. On the other side, we are going to have a time skip. After Naruto found out that Orochimaru has gone on a long-term mission, he was sad, but he was cheered up by his friends and his brother. Time skip. It was already time for them to become canin. Naruto at the time was so engrossed in his training that he has already become a Chunin level ninja, both in experience and in training and overall grading. But he was still a genin. He preferred to move up ranks with his brother, and his father agreed to his wishes. As today was the team placement day, Azuruka called in the teams as in canon, except for Team Kakashi. Well, Team Kakashi will be Team 7, and Team 7 will be none other than Minato Namikaze Uzumaki and Menma Uzumaki Namikaze and Sasuke Uchiha. 3-boy squad. That's a kind of off balancing, but oh well. I guess father has some kind of play in it. As the 3 boys looked at each other and nodded, and waited for 2 hours until their sensei came and pranked the hell out of him once they found out it was their Kakashi ni. Kakashi ni-chan, why are you so late always? Man, Menma, why are you so mad? Naruto, can you now put me down? It's quite difficult to talk when your blood is rushing to your brain. Yes, Kakashi is tied to a tree with metal chains. Courtesy of Naruto. In Training Ground 7. Well, what is going to be our test? Well, I was going to give you the bell test, but your teamwork in trapping me explains that you don't need it. Well, you heard that right, guys. We are a perfect team now. As all 3 of them clapped each other's hand, as looked at Kakashi, who I smiled. Well, you all pass. Well, Jane, Kakashi, Ni-chan, said both of them as they left. Wait, what about me? You're a ninja, get out of it. It's not chakra absorbing chains. As he Kaviramid with a log nearby and went to the Hokage office and explained how Team 7 this year passed before even the test could begin, and to say that everyone was shocked was nothing else. And the Hokage and the Uchiha clan leader was quite surprised with their son's performance, and hence their D-rank mission journey began. And yeah, it was quite fun. Tora tried to scratch Naruto's chest plate, but Naruto just smirked as Tora cried as its nails were broken one by one in attempts to scratch Naruto, as Naruto laughed maniacally. Feel the pain of all the genins you made suffer. You demon cat. How does it feel? Muhahahaha. As Naruto laughed maniacally, his teammates sidestepped away from him as they delivered the cat to the Hokage at the Hokage Tower and got the Land of the Wave mission and still defeated Zabuza but captured him instead of killing him and bringing him back alongside with Haku as they were given probation, and then once the Kiri revolt was done they were set free and returned to Kiri safely, which they were grateful for and earned Kiri's alliance with them. As for Iwa and Kumo, well, they tried to attack Konoha instead of Suna this time in Chunin exams. Naruto at that time unlocked his armor's full potential and transformed into a transformer like Optimus Prime sized shape of his armor and squashed the whole armies with his feet. And once he was done, he looked at the carnage he created. He vomited there as he shed some tears. His brother put a comforting hand on his shoulder, as did his father and mother. You stopped a lot of bloodshed, Naruto. Their blood spill was necessary because they were driven with hatred and they wanted to cause carnage and murder all over this village. So many innocent lives could have been lost today, and thanks to you they are saved. But how does one live with this? I am a monster. I killed so many with no emotions, like my emotion completely cut off from me. I had to do this, and it was an objective, like I was a machine to set to do it, and I completed it. And then I regained my emotions. It's what we call being ninja, son. We ninjas, when intending to kill our enemy, we have to shut off our emotions. And once we've done the deed, it turns on back. It's natural. You have to live with it. But know that you're not a monster. We kill because we kill to protect. Hi. And hence, the Konoha crush stopped before it even began. And Menma left for 3 years to train with Jiraiya, as Sasuke trained with his father to unlock Mangekyo Sharingan, and due to Itachi's brilliance, he helped Sasuke unlock Mangekyo without the use of means to kill his necessary relative, which was quite surprisingly taken by Fugaku, who now happily added Sasuke in the training session with Itachi. But after a lot of usage, both of his sons' eyes were starting to wear off, and they switched with each other's. And Mikoto activated her Mangekyo with the help of Itachi, Eternal Mangekyo, Genjutsu. And once her was awoken, she exchanged with Fugaku, and the whole family had Eternal Mangekyo Sharingan, meaning 4 Susanoo users, 4 strong Uchihas for Madara to return. They were training hard now. Even Mikoto, who was once a housewife after leaving the ninja career behind after marrying Fugaku, was now back on active shinobi rosters, taking missions left and right, and taking Sasuke as her apprentice because she was known as a mother queen of Konoha at one time. And let's just say Sasuke was terrified downright when he saw his mother in this form. Well, he vowed to himself to never make his mother mad, and yeah, his father agreed as well. Never. We're going to have a time skip 3 years later, as Menma arrived back. He was grown, but he was impatient. He was impatient to meet his family, to return to his village, to meet his girlfriend, but he was impatient to meet his teammates, most of all his brother, to see how much stronger he has gotten. As he reached Konoha, he shouted, "Guess who's back, Konoha?" Yep, go ahead, shout out loud, let us all hear," a voice said, cutting him out. As he looked towards his right side on another pole, Sitting there was Naruto. Well, it's good to see you too, young brother, as both of them jumped down and hugged each other. Well, you've grown. Yeah, I guess it grows with me, huh? Well, obviously. Hello, Jiraiya-sama. How are you doing? Hey, enough of this, Samagaki. You can call me Sensei. Yeah, still stuck with me, I guess. No worries, kiddo. So, Jiraiya-sensei, have you gotten any news from Orochimaru Sensei? No, Kaki. Nothing yet. As they were talking, suddenly a scroll poofed in Jiraiya's hand. As he opened it and read it, his eyes widened, and then his expression became serious. Kids, we have to go to the Hokage monument. Now, as Jiraiya arrived there, alongside with the two teenagers, urgently. What is going on, Jiraiya-sensei? You just returned. What is the urgency? Orochimaru sent a scroll. Katsuki is making a move. They already captured the 8 Bijus, and they're all moving towards Konoha. What? But how? Well, it looks like when Eva and Kumo were involved with us at Chunin exams, they'd taken down their Bijus, their Jinchurikis, and extracted their Bijus, and the other were like piece of cake for them. I don't know how, but they got all of them. Meaning they're coming for Menma and Kushina. Naruto was like, no, I cannot let that happen. I will protect my family, my village. Naruto, what are you doing? A little surprise for all of you, Naruto said as he jumped towards the gate entrance, as he activated a force field around the whole village. Let's see. As the whole Akatsuki, surprise to them, appeared outside Konoha's wall. What is it? How is this possible? Rinnegan should be able to brought us in. It seems the kid has grown powerful. I thought I have left him damaged. But it seems it was a mistake to leave him alive after all. Yes, it was Toby who did that attack. He tried to impersonate an Eva and Kumo shinobi together by sending fake tags from both villages and causing explosion at the Uzumaki Namikaze house. Naruto, unknown to him, heard this. It was you who caused this. Gypsy, Naruto said as the armor talked. Yes, Naruto. Gain full control. We are going Mega mode, Naruto said, as Naruto converted into a huge fighting armor. So large that Pain looked tiny in front of it. Pain used many universal pulls, but he couldn't do anything. Naruto kicked the Akatsuki so hard that they were stunned miles away, flying towards Amegakure. Naruto flew in the air and jumped towards Amegakure. His hands opened and turned into a cannon as they joined together at the abandoned village. As Naruto blasted both hands and firing a huge beam, evaporating everything there and erasing whole Amegakure from the village, from the map of elemental nations. Together, the Akatsuki was finally dead, or so he thought, until Zetsu said, I don't care if I don't have the QB. I had contingency plans prepared, you fool. My mother will still be revived. Wanna know how? I'll show you. He threw a container that contained Kinkaku and Inkaku, the brothers who consumed QB a little bit and became cubified. And once the statue absorbed it, it became 10 tails. And Zetsu became its Jinchuriki and exploded into Kaguya. Well, this is certainly interesting. And suddenly, Menma arrived there in a golden cloak form, with 6 black Magatamas behind him, and on his left side was none other than Sasuke in his purple Susanoo form. Dobe, what was the meaning of that? You're not going to fight... Wait, where's the Akatsuki? Well, they are dead, and she's the main boss, I guess? Dude, it's not a game! Well, dibs on me because I'm going first. "Nuh-uh, you're not," Menma said as he rushed in first, but was swiped away with a slap on face by none other than Kaguya. Naruto rushed in first, but his giant fist was stopped by Kaguya's one finger. As Kaguya headbutted him and threw him back towards Konoha as he crashed into the shield, but luckily the shield didn't turn off. Ugh, god damn! That is strong attack. I have to stop her before she... As the sun started to set, oh no, I have to hurry this. Gypsy, we're going 100% now. Naruto activated his thrusters and rushed towards Kaguya. Gypsy, turn both arms into drill spear. Turning arms into drill spear now. As Naruto started to swirl in the air and drill straight through Kaguya as she was busy fighting both Menma and Sasuke, as both of them clapped their hands together and on Kaguya's head. Well, Kaguya was sealed again on the moon, and Zetsu was killed off by Kaguya herself. So, the world was saved. And Kumo and Iwa were afraid now of Konoha even more because they all witnessed that chakra, and they pretty much knew because of their spies that it was none other than Konoha Shinobi and none other than the one who crushed their forces, Naruto Uzumaki Namikaze, and Menma Uzumaki Namikaze and Sasuke Uchiha were the one who defeated it. And the Bijus were freed again. And the chakra was returned to the nine-tailed Jinchurikis, both Kushina and Menma. As the 8 Bijus looked towards the 3 soldiers in front of them, the 3 heroes of the world. Thank you for protecting us. Well, I guess we can go free now. Yes, you are all free. And we do apologize that your brother is not here. Well, Kurama says he likes me now. Wait, wasn't his consciousness sealed inside Kachan? Yeah, it kind of backfired and half of the consciousness slipped into mine. And yeah, we now both have 50-50 now. Yeah, Gaki, I like you as well, said Kurama, taking over Menma a little bit. Wait, are you the... Yes, call me Kurama, Naruto. It's a pleasure meeting you. I've been your brother's partner, and I'll just like to say, I'm just mad that I wasn't... You weren't my Jinchuriki. You're quite fun and quite strong as well. Well, I guess we don't have to be picky about that. He's not a dick as your mother. Hey, that's our mother, both of them said. Oh well, but she was a dick. She tied me to a rock and nails through my tails. Yeah, you were kind of, don't want to talk about it. As Son Goku laughed. I guess Kurama is still a whiny idiot fox, huh? Well, you wanna go, old monkey, huh? Nah, Kurama, I'm just kidding. Well, this is goodbye, brothers. See you sometime soon. As all of them vanished. Before they could return, the Sage of the Sixth Path appeared. Well, I was about to give you some gifts, but it seems like you don't need it. And it seems Indra and Asura don't need to fight in this lifetime. And their matter is finally resolved. I hope the world is in good hands. Please, you 3 are the guardians. Keep it at peace and safe. Safe from Otsuzukis, because they are still out there. As the 3 of them nodded with firm looks in their faces as they looked at each other as the sage vanished. Well, we have a lot of things to prepare for and a lot of plans to make. Yeah, but for now, let's enjoy our victory, Sasuke said, as 3 of them smirked. Well, race you back to the village, Naruto said, as he rushed a little bit ahead until his power got down. Come on! Really now? Power 0. Need sleep. As Naruto fell asleep, as both Sasuke and Menma laughed. Well, I guess we'll carry him back. Time skip. 10 years later, Naruto was happily married to Ino, and Sasuke was happily married to Sakura. The same could be said with Menma and Hinata. And Naruto was made the Hokage. 6th Hokage. 5th was Kakashi still. And recognized as the heroes of the elemental nation, the 3 of them together. And The whole world was at peace, and they were prepared and more stronger for any Akatsuki or any threat similar to that to come, even the Otsuzukis, if I might add. And what about Orochimaru? Well, he returned to meet Naruto from time to time, but he created his own son from his own DNA, Mitsuki, and he was raising him now, as he was an infant. It was a happy life and good story, in my opinion. And this is where I'm going to be leaving this story off, guys. I hope you like this one, and if you do, please leave a like and subscribe to my channel. And this is Apollo Uchiha.